And then you have Nicholson and Diana Vargas, Jalil Hackett, Pete Dobson in the co-feature leading up to the main event with Jaron Ennis and David Avanesyan. And the guests continue to roll in here in the studio. Jalil Hackett joining us here. Jalil, this is my first time meeting you. Good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you as well, sir.
Got Major Hackett here, DC product. You train here, though, right? You train in Philadelphia?
I come here from time to time for sparring.
Okay. Take us through everything that happened there on stage. Did you envision your first matchroom press conference you were going to be getting into that big of a war of words with your opponent?
No, but it's one of the things, you're always prepared for. I enjoy these type of things, and I'm happy that, he's as excited to get out there and fight as I am. Because, more often than not, the build-up is kind of one-sided, and it don't help to sell the fight. So, he excited. He think he could get the win. I'm excited. I know what I'm going to do Saturday. So, I'm just waiting to fight.
Now you see Boots Ennis and family posing with Eddie Hearn. All right, we saw the shove on stage. What set you off?
Man, it was really just I don't know, I'm a real fighter. I know we trying to promote the fight and everything, but, I'm really a fighter. I'm from Southeast D.C. And it's I meet aggression with aggression. And it's once I seen that it was aggression there, but it wasn't really real, it's I'm going to show you, you soft. And we're going to have a continuation of it Saturday.
All right, 8-0, fighting on the Matchroom banner for the first time. But you're in a co-feature event. I mean, you're 21, you're 18, you're 8-0. A lot of people say, man, what's this young pup doing in a co-feature event? Why do you belong there?
I'm built for it, I've been training hard, grinding. Since I was 8 years old, I always knew I would be at this point, So it's I wouldn't call it cockiness. I would really call it confidence in my training and my ability.
What has this year been like for you? Again, inking your first big promotional deal, and now you find yourself on a Boots Ennis undercard.
It's been great, to not only sign with Matchroom, and then you turn around and you're the co-main event on your first fight with Matchroom. That's crazy. So it's I'm more than excited to go out there and show why I deserve to be in this position.
Jalil, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck on Saturday as you take on Pistol Pete Dobson here on the Zone. Appreciate you.
No, thank you for having me.
Jalil Hackett joining us here in studio as we get set for the main portion of our press conference with Jaron Boots Ennis, David Avanesyan. And that's coming up again Saturday night here in Philadelphia. And then you have on Monday, Kunimoto Kani 2 happening on DAZN. As it is always a packed schedule here on DAZN with the big events. So you'll have this one in Philadelphia, then on Monday with Kunimoto and Kenny. And not just live events as well. We like to relive a lot of the big events that we've seen here, especially here in 2024. There have been plenty of them, including Knockout Chaos, and you have a chance to do that coming up here on DAZN. The Esports World Cup available now on DAZN and coming up on Saturday.
Philadelphia after that very, very entertaining undercard press conference ahead of a huge night of boxing at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, live and exclusive around the world on DAZN on Saturday night, the global home of boxing. It's been an incredible run for us in America over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks and beyond. Of course, Puerto Rico recently for Subriel Matias's homecoming that didn't work out against Liam Paro, 9,000 in there. Fight of the year contender, Jesse Bam Rodriguez against Estrada in Phoenix, 9,000 there. And on Saturday night, I believe one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Philadelphia's very own Jaron Boots Ennis, will light up this place with a huge crowd, between 13 and 14,000, and maybe even more expected for the first ever boxing event at the Wells Fargo Center. This city is littered with boxing history. This city is a great, great fight city. And now you have big-time boxing back to Philadelphia and a young man that we believe can headline this place for many, many years to come. When you look at the history, you go back to Jack Dempsey against Gene Tunney, 120,000 people in Philadelphia for that fight. And the history of the gates means that this Saturday We are heading for the biggest fight night in Philadelphia for 45 years. As I said earlier, Marvin Hagler against Benny Briscoe. Even Mike Tyson came here and could only do 10,000. But right now, we are completely full on the bottom tier. We're completely full on the middle tier. We're open from there to there on the upper tier, and we're selling backwards. You've got the ball game on Saturday that finishes at 7 p.m. Whatever you do, get yourself to this incredible arena, and I promise you an atmosphere and a night of boxing you will never, ever forget. The weigh-in will be here at 1 p.m. on tomorrow on Friday, open to the public. Get yourself here. Of course, so much has happened on the global home of boxing recently. Over to Alfie Sharman to talk about what's coming up. Alfie, incredible times on DAZN.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. It's great to be here in Philadelphia for the homecoming of one of the sport's very best. Look, we at DAZN are thrilled to be welcoming Boots to our platform. Along with Eddie and everyone at Matchroom, we too believe that he is the real deal. But look, Saturday's not going to be easy. He's against David Avanesyan, who's an experienced, tough opponent who's been in there not only with some of the best in the division, but some of the best in the sport. So it's going to be an amazing night, as you rightfully say, on Saturday. Speaking of which, we're just 3 weeks away from another amazing night on DAZN, this time going over to LA, August 3rd, for the Riyadh season card, with some of the most exciting fighters in the sport of boxing, and some of the biggest names, Andy Cruz, Pitbull Cruz, Andy Ruiz, and of course the pound-for-pound number one, Terence Crawford, looking to add another strap to his collection. It's a brilliant time to be a boxing fan, and a brilliant time to be on DAZN as the global home of boxing. So if you haven't already, sign up now and enjoy seeing some of the world's superstars take care of business starting this Saturday night. We'll see you ringside, live and exclusive, only on DAZN.
Thanks, you, Alfie. And yes, absolutely looking forward to Riyadh season in Los Angeles, and of course as well, Catterall against Prograis, August 24th. In Manchester. But this Saturday, Philadelphia. And for those that were here for the press conference, you would have, of course, seen Cody Crowley sitting to my left. We're disappointed that Cody couldn't make the fight. We wish him all the best with his injury. And as I look down that top 15 at a replacement, I wanted a real fight. I wanted a man that I knew would come to fight, a world-class welterweight, and the name of David Avanesyan came straight out of the screen and hit me in the face. I know the team of Carl Greaves and Neil Marsh. I know how ready they always are to fight. And on Saturday night, David Avanesyan will challenge for the IBF world title in Philadelphia. Carl, we'll start with you. Welcome. Neil Marsh has been championing your man on Twitter. We can't wait for him to arrive tonight as well. But we know what we get with David Avanesyan. Full of heart, great fighter as well. And you guys feel a little upset coming in Philadelphia on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've only had 4 or 5 weeks notice, but one thing with David, he's always in great shape back home. He's always training hard nearly every day. So when he comes over to England, it's just fine-tuning, getting the sparring in, getting the pad working, and just working on tactics. And I'm under no illusions. Obviously, this is a tough task. Ennis is a formidable champion and a great fighter, but on his day, David can beat anybody in the world, and we're expecting a great performance from David and a massive upset.
One thing that we know is all the pressure on this man to my right. Sometimes homecomings don't always play out. A lot of pressure of the city behind him as well. So your man can go in, enjoy himself in there, and we know he'll always give a great fight.
Yeah, there's no pressure at all on David and on the team. Like you say, David's been in this position a few times. He's been the challenger in most of his career, and he's upset some good fighters. I mean, he's been in with one of the best in the world, Terence Crawford, and we've been in hostile territories before. We've been in Bilbao, and obviously we've been in Omaha, and this is not new to David. I mean, we're expecting an hostile crowd, but nothing phases David. He's ready for the challenge, and listen, don't sleep on David. He's ready for this fight, believe me.
David, welcome. We know not to sleep on you. You've crushed some of our stars before on the Matchroom team. Of course, I remember particularly Josh Kelly and
good time for Matchroom. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. But you're ready. Listen, we know you're a great man. You're a great fighter.
Thank you.
You know the challenge that's ahead of you, but always you will give it 110%, and you believe you can become world champion on Saturday.
100%. I believe I know Saddam now here. I believe why I'm here. I'm happy. My God give me chance, big chance. Listen. I know my opponent Ennis is good fighter. I happy. I want fighter only for good fighter, and why me here is I check my time.
Obviously, as Carl says, you've been in hostile environments before, Bilbao, particularly in Omaha as well. You build off the experiences in the Crawford fight as well. You're active in that fight, competitive in that fight as well. A similar kind of task ahead of you, another huge crowd on Saturday. Good experiences in the career so far that will stand you in good stead here on Saturday.
Yeah, you've had experience before. You're ready for this, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, it's Crawford. For my fight in Crawford, it's a bad history. I know what is why possible when you big fighter, world-class fighter, number one is top rank, and you go inside the ring for first round and your gloves open, you know. I don't understand how it's possible this moment. And who understand boxing, who understand me, you know. There's many people maybe don't understand, say, he's Crawford best boxer. Listen, yeah, I know he's good boxer. When I go fight, why I never ask my coach, see about his gloves, understand? When I think he top fighter, he don't need different, maybe change gloves, I don't know. When you see after fight, it's not possible. 6th round, mate. First round, your gloves and open before fight. When he your hand, you see open gloves, understand? And after 6th round, you see your gloves. He maybe thinks 2 years fight. He did after these gloves.
I heard you say that you believe this is a 50-50 fight on Saturday.
Yeah.
I know that, you know, you're the underdog.
Listen, I have many big fights. This is again is good fight, good chance for me. I give everything.
And we know from the first bell, these 13,000, 14,000 fans in this arena will see all action from David Avanesyan.
Yeah, exactly.
Boots, welcome. Bozy,
I don't
welcome.
understand your English, mate.
Bozy, welcome. I think the whole boxing world knows and understands that this is a tougher fight, with all due respect to Cody Crowley. This is a guy that's been there before. This is a guy who's extremely tough. He punches very hard. He likes to come forward.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want him to come forward.
You expect...
Remember this, we fight inside and outside.
Who says we're coming forward?
You know what I mean?
You might have seen him in previous fights come forward, but not necessarily going to come forward in this fight.
Well, you must be talking to him. You're not talking to me because he's young. You know what I mean?
One way.
There's one way. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, whatever he want to do, we can do. You know what I mean? We ain't got to box around, move around. He want to fight, we can fight. Simple as that.
What do you expect him to do?
Well, like what he been doing.
You only fight one
He
way.
coming straight at you.
Good,
You know what I mean?
Good fighter.
He's a good fighter. I can't take nothing away from him, though. I'd rather fight him than Cody Crowley, because his resume is much stronger than Cody Crowley's resume.
When you think about what's about to happen on Saturday night, and you know this is your city.
What I know what's going to happen. It's not going to pass 4 rounds.
Inside 4 rounds.
It's not going to pass 4 rounds. It might hit 5. I don't know. And then again, it all depends on how you feel. If you want to go out there, you know, we have fun when we box. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We have fun doing what we're doing. If you don't have fun doing it, don't do it.
My actual question was that we know what's going to happen on Saturday night in terms of what's happening to this city. You know, you've given a huge amount to this city over the years. You, your family, Boots.
Right.
Must be a very proud moment, you know, of the struggle coming up, to be recognised, to be respected. This is quite an incredible turnout. I mean, I've been promoting boxing for many years, and to bring a fighter to their home city and see a crowd like this in an arena like this must be a very proud moment for you.
Oh, it's real proud. It's a real great opportunity too to fight here. You know what I mean? And we appreciate everything y'all have done for us. You know, but y'all going to see a beautiful show Saturday night.
My final question to you is: with this atmosphere, with this platform, a special performance can take you to a whole new level in the sport. Do we need to see a special performance from Boots? And you sound absolutely 100% convinced that's what we're going to get.
Well, every time he come out is special, really. You know what I mean? But nobody took him to another level yet. He got more stuff in his arsenal than people think. You know what I mean? He just went to a certain level when he fought Villa. But if this guy come out with some real good stuff, you're going to see him go to another level.
Boots, welcome. Pop says inside 4 rounds. A lot of pressure on you on Saturday night, a lot of promotion, a lot of hype. You ready to show everybody how great you are?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I can't wait, man. It's a blessing to be able to fight here. I'm ready to put on a show, look good doing it, beat him up, break him down, and get the stoppage at the end of the night. You know, have my fun, put on a beautiful show.
We've seen with a lot of homecomings recently, I mean, even Subriel Matias the other week didn't work out for him. Regis Prograis, when he came home to New Orleans, couldn't quite get the performance. You expect to thrive under this kind of atmosphere. It's at home, there is pressure, it's everybody you know, but you just believe another fight and another performance from Jaron.
Most definitely. I feel like I'm going to thrive here. I'm gonna have my fun. I'm put on a beautiful show. You know, fighting at home, I'm comfortable. I'm being at home is like me being on the couch with my feet up. You know, so it's gonna be a great show. I can't wait. I'm ready.
Talk about the switch of opponents. Cody Crowley, a little bit of an unknown southpaw. The worry was that he would come in this kind of environment and maybe capitulate under that kind of pressure. Not this man. We don't expect him to do that. We know he's a true fighter. He'll give it everything on Saturday.
The switch don't really mean nothing to me. You know, we have southpaws and orthodox in camp, pressure fighters, boxers. We do everything. We have every type of opponent, you know, that can resemble an opponent, because you never know what the other guy might do. So we have southpaws, orthodox, you know, pressure fighters. I do the pressure fighting. Like, we mix it all up in our camp. So it really wasn't too big of a difference for me, for real.
You stand on Pops' opinion of inside 4 rounds?
We standing on business.
You believe that you'll stop this man early in the fight on Saturday?
Most definitely. I'm not gonna look for it. I'm gonna go in there and have my fun and put on a show, you know. But it's definitely gonna come. I'm gonna let the knockout come to me.
And finally, I know what this night means to you, what it means to the city as well. But have you thought about when you're backstage and you've got that curtain and you're about to stand on the podium and walk out and see this place just full, the noise, the energy, the whole city here for you on Saturday night? It's a massive moment for your career.
Yeah, it's going to be turned up. It's going to be like Powerhouse. It's a concert here in like Philly, tri-state area. It's going to be something like the Powerhouse. It's going to be crazy here. It's going to be lit up. It's going to be fireworks. You know, I'm excited.
And no pressure on you to perform?
Yo, you're crazy.
What's Pops doing? Trying to get some more money from the zone?
My man.
Yo.
And finally, the weigh-in tomorrow. People in the city come down on Saturday night to watch one of the great pound-for-pound fighters defend his world championship in his own city.
Most definitely. You're about to see a beautiful show. You know, I'm about to show the world in the 147 weight pound division that I'm the best in the division and soon to be best in the world.
Well, we cannot wait. It's an incredible fight. The World Welterweight Championship on the line. Jaron Boots Ennis against David Avanesyan for this, the IBF World Welterweight title. Thank you to the media that have come today. Tomorrow, remember, we're open to the public in here. It's going to be a great crowd for the weigh-in and a great night on Saturday night. Spread the word. We're breaking records in Philadelphia this Saturday, live on DAZN. Don't miss it. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Let me say one more thing.
Go on, Boot.
I want to thank David and his team for taking the fight.
Yeah.
I want to thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Respect. Thank you.
We echo that. Thank you.
Fighter, man.
My man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we'll have Jaron Boots Ennis and David Avanesyan face off to conclude this press conference. They will go at it 12 rounds for Ennis's IBF welterweight title this Saturday night on DAZN. Boots Ennis trying to make a successful defense of his title, the first under the Matchroom banner. Avanesyan going for the upset on short notice, had about 5 weeks notice after Ennis was initially scheduled to face the IBF's third-ranked fighter, Cody Crowley, who was forced to pull out. Avanesyan, in the eyes of Jaron and his father, Bozy, a better opponent. He'll put up a better fight as you see them pose and face off here at Wells Fargo Center. This is the 35-year-old Avanesyan's second world title shot over his last 3 fights. He said he probably won't receive another if he doesn't put in a good performance on Saturday. And he has to deal with Boots Ennis, who at 27 is entering the prime of his career. He has the power, the speed, the ring IQ, the technical talents that he has learned under his father and his 2 older brothers. The Bozy Dungeon takes center stage on Saturday night at Wells Fargo Center. So those two will face off tomorrow again, one final time at the weigh-in. We'll have that weigh-in show for you at 1 p.m. Eastern. Jaron Ennis, David Avanesyan, Saturday night on DAZN here in Philadelphia.
Thanks for watching the presentation of King Mighty King Media TV. And I'm Ted King. Don't forget, like, comment, share this video with your friends and family. And until the next one, keep your hands up.